question. We have anywhere from young married couples to older retired couples that go here. Mm-hmm. And I'd say it's pretty much a mixture. So I'd probably say average 50s maybe, where they're at a point where they don't have maybe little kids at home anymore and they can get out and do a little bit more. I know that's what I'm finding. We're empty nesters, and we have more time to go out and do things like this that we always want to do. Exactly. So, and I'm enjoying that to stay connected with the college students. I think that's been real fun too, to get to know some of them. And geez, I don't even know where to begin. Lots and lots of things. This is where Jesus is at. This is the face of Jesus here, and doing the work of Jesus. We're being his hands and feet. Mm-hmm. And to go out, and I think since Pope Francis has become the new pope, people are seeing more of that with him. He wants to see more action, not just words. And I think Newman Center has always done that to a pretty good degree, where it's a lot of action going on, not just talk. And I think that's very, very important. But it's great to be around people of the same mindset, the same values, and wanting to do what needs to be done for the least of these. Being here in a university town, college town, I would say probably the college students give more of their time. Mm-hmm. I'm amazed at how many different things students are involved in. I'm just very impressed with that. Not just the ones here at Newman Center, but everywhere. I think younger families, they are involved with their time, but they obviously don't have as much time with children and sports and school activities, all that kind of stuff. It just is harder. Then again, I think as you get older and empty nest, I think you start finding more time again to give. I think there's a lot of people that want to do things but just literally don't have the time at that stage of life, so they're more likely to give the money. Or even the older parishioners that, have they been through life, they know the life experiences a little bit more, and so they're able at that point also financially to be able to give a little bit more than, say, college students probably don't have the money to give. I think it's both important. Obviously places need money to keep running and to provide their functions, but I think if you can actively be involved, to me that's more important. And I think you get more out of it too. I think after you've done any of this, you gain so much more than what you feel like you ever give. I think being organized, you have to have, organize your time to be able to give to this. Plus, like I said, most people are working or raising families. So you have to have some organization skills. But probably the biggest thing is just to have a heart for it, to want to help others. Is probably the biggest thing, because if you have that, then everything else will fall into place. I've never had that come up. I've worked with some volunteers that you're kind of glad when their time is up. As bad as that sounds, they might have the heart for it, but they might not be organized to actually make things happen. Mm-hmm. Then you have others that might be organized but just don't have the heart, is not in it for the right reasons. So I think those two things are really important, to be able to have both of those things. I think a lot of people don't think they have the time. They don't have the passion. They feel like they don't have anything to give. And I have friends that are like that I know, and they'll go, man, I'd like to do that day of service, but starts off early in the morning, or like to go to El Salvador, but isn't it hot down there? Things like that. So they obviously they don't have the real passion. I think most of those that I can think off the top of my head don't go to church. So maybe that's a little bit of a difference. I think if you do go to church and get even just a little bit more involved in your church than just showing up and leaving, I think you start to get that feel of why we're supposed to be doing things and that we should be helping others, and there's so much out there that needs to be done.